So, Freddie, would you like to introduce yourself first, mate?
Hello, I am Freddie. I'm top laner for London Legion. I was going by Nazuma is forever. What about you, Tyrese?
Yep. I'm Tyrese, also known as Amicus. I'm the jungler for London Legion, and yeah, this is our time to talk on the podcast, and we're just gonna go over some like stuff, how experiences have been at uni, London Legion, and League as a whole. So, Freddie, do you want to begin? Got anything you want to talk about in mind?
I I think we start with like general life
General life?
at the uni. I think 'cause it's like the most generalized point. Yeah, like generalized point. What how things actually go, right? Like
Yeah,
how we
yeah,
get
yeah.
treated. So I think it's I think it's the basis of everything, right?
Of
So I
course.
think overall the connection between everyone in the uni is like very what do I say? It's very similar to each other because everyone's came here with a similar purpose in mind, right?
Yeah,
Everyone's
yeah,
came here with an esports perspective, so it's really easy to connect to each other. Even with guests, with people visiting you, it's very easy to connect. So I think there's been like a positive experience so far in that regard. It's been very easy to connect with people, and the courses offered, they have like a very set goal in mind with like set tasks, if you know what I mean, yeah.
yeah. How have you found coaching and management
I think it's
as a
been
course?
like as a course, I think it's very like broadly defined. Like not many people understand the definition of it fully. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like when we went into it, it was like going into it, I thought it was different to what it like fully was. And then
yeah.
like they explain everything to you while teaching the course, which I thought was like good because it makes you grasp an understanding of what you're actually there for and what you're like getting like a grasp of, like, you know?
I get what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
So like what do you think? Like turning the question over to you.
So for me, regarding uni so far, I'd say it's been quite a blast. Like I feel like it feels more like college rather than like the traditional uni, if you know what I mean. So like I've spoken to other people who go to other unis, and you know how like they all have like lecture halls and like a lot more like independent studying and whatnot. I feel like here we're in like a classroom, right? Like when we are studying. So I kind of like it in the sense that it feels more like direct, like you are being taught to you rather than just like a whole like hall of people. I do like that approach to learning. It's like one of my favorite things. Um Also, I think marketing, the course I'm taking, it's a bit different again, as I said, similar to how you said you kind of had like a different like thought when you was going into coaching. I also had different thought going into marketing. Uh Honestly, I enjoy it. Like honestly, like I do enjoy it. It's a bit different. Like it's not really about like esports as much, but like it is still. It always we find a way to relate it back to esports, which is nice. But it is like it's cool. I honestly like marketing, and it hasn't been too bad. I tell you what though, the attendance in our class is interesting. We get barely like 10 people in our class.
Yeah, the
um,
attendance is a bit interesting sometimes, I'd say.
But I do like our lecturers. Our lecturers are really cool. Studying like actually learning in class has been nice. Like I haven't
Yeah,
thought like, oh, I don't want to be here. I've enjoyed like the classroom environment. Like I said, I do prefer that sort of like direct teaching rather than the lecture hall style. But yeah,
yeah.
overall, it's been pretty nice, and I'm excited for the second year. Yeah. Um. But how about Legion then, Freddie? So obviously, we're part of the league team. It's been
Yeah.
quite a wild ride, hasn't it?
It's
Is
been
this?
it's been certainly something with like the start of the year was certainly a different experience how things like fully went like
Yeah.
going from tryouts to playing into the team and then continuing that on like through the year. It's a lot of things have changed. I thought like the start of the year, like when tryouts were happening, there was like people felt like kind of different personalities in a sense to what they've kind of turned out to be now. Like
Yeah.
I was very loud in tryouts, I remember. And then it was like
True. Very loud. Yeah. Big energy.
and then
That's what.
what was it? Sammy was quite quiet in tryouts, and then you were like you're still kind of similar to how you were in tryouts, I'd say. A
Yeah,
little
I'll
bit
say
burnt
like
out maybe.
I've kind of kept like I've kind of kept the same sort of like I guess I don't want to say vibe, but like I guess like the same style to how I was when I first started.
Yeah,
Um,
certainly.
I'll tell you what though, regarding like starting from trials and how we are now, I honestly like regarding uni, I think being a part of the league team, unironically, is probably one of the best things that's happened to me. Um, the trials, that was a blast, right? Playing with everyone. Me and you, we was on the same team the whole time, so we already got like a head start in terms of um, like connections and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I tell you what, like how we've grown as a team. Honestly, like I love the whole team, bro. Like everyone is so like amazing. Um, we do have like our ups and downs, you know, when we get tilted, when games don't go our way. But like overall, the experience has just been a blast, and like I wouldn't really change it from anything else. I don't think like especially
I mean,
like when we have like you know we got like our subs in as well. You know they add a bit more flavor to the team. Gives like extra character. You know like and
yeah.
I'm so happy now that they said that we can stay as a team as well, right? Like even if more people become interested, I'm happy that we're allowed to stay as a team because
I
I
mean, I
think we have
think.
gone. Yeah, go
Sorry.
on.
No. I think we got very lucky. I think that was like everyone on the team from day one kind of bonded. Like you
Yeah.
had Peter and Andrew already knew each other. You kind of knew everyone. You like even before uni started, everyone kind of knew you, right?
Well, I
Um.
guess that's because of the remember the Discord server. Like I kind of like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
I became friends with Evan, right? And obviously Evan was like part of the team, and he kind of helped me like he kind of like introduced me to a lot of people as well. So I was able to like kind of like you know talk to people on the
Yeah.
Discord server, and that's how I was able to make a few friends before we started. Yeah, it was
And
nice.
And then alongside that, there was also like Finlo, who kind of brought everyone together in a sense. He was
Yeah,
very
Finn
much
was
our
dope.
leader, like at the start of
Yeah.
the whole thing, because he kind of drafted for us, but then he also looked over like all of us in game with his CCTV cameras.
Yeah, he was like big brother, wasn't he? Really for our team.
Yeah,
Um, honestly, I treasured every moment we have with Finland because obviously now that he's like you know he's finished his year, final year, he's off to do other things now. We won't have him for the second year, and
yeah,
we miss it already. Like we he's been quite busy this half of the year as well. So like he hasn't been able to be there every time, but every time he is here, it's always a blast. So you know it is a shame that we won't be able to have him again. But obviously you know I think he helped mold our like team as well, right? Like he helped all of us get closer with each other to the point where we're quite self-sufficient now. Like we have Peter, our captain, he's able to like manage a lot of things on his own. Whereas like we used to have to like manually ask Finland to sort stuff out for us. We're now like quite self-sufficient, which I think is like nice. It helps us now with like other things. Whereas beforehand, yeah, it wasn't that like yeah, we couldn't really we had to like rely on Finland for a lot of stuff, but we get past that now.
yeah,
But yeah, I think like I'll tell you what as well regarding the team as well. I know like it sounds like we're going on, but like I tell you what, when we first started playing, do you remember right? Like we'd finish our scrims or we'd finish like a tournament game, and that's it. Boom, everyone's gone. Right? Like everyone just leaves a
yeah.
call after like I think it was it like after like the lock in. Like we kind of became like a like quite closer. Like it started with like some of us, like two of us or like three of us, would stay in call like after scrims, and we used that as an opportunity to talk more, get closer, and eventually more people started to stay after scrims, right? And then now we're like, as well as being a team, we're like a brotherhood as well. Like we're like a family in a sense, innit? Like we're more than just a
Uh,
team. We're like literally like brothers, and you know, I'm even more thankful for that as well because you know, like it allowed us to like find more similarities rather than just playing league. It allowed us to become like closer friends through different ways, right? Like you know, like we have like similar games that we like, similar music that we like, you know, like stuff that we like wouldn't really know about each other if we just, you know, kept it as a team and that was it, right? So I'm glad that we've all like done that.
I
But yeah.
mean, it was. I think what like the real clicking point was certainly like London locking as you mentioned, but it's like
Yeah.
I think it's because it was like the first. Oh, it wasn't the first proper outing. The first proper outing was
Side
there was
quest.
yeah side quest. Like we all spent time together there, right? But I think
Yeah.
lock-in was a lot more personal because there was a lot more downtime that we spent together, like as a team, and I think that like really solidified us because everyone
And
had to like talk to each other, right?
it felt like the stakes were a bit higher as well. No, like we had like a lot of like we had like pretty much like everyone from the uni watching. We had like people from other unis watching, and like we beat like our like quote unquote rivals, who we didn't beat at all prior. So the fact that we beat them, I think it brought us all together. Like you remember like Rush, that excitement when we beat them when we got through, and then we all did like that huddle. I'm sure there's like I've got a picture of it saying of like our little huddle and like stuff like that, right? Like that don't just come just being as a teammate. You get that through like bonding, being a family, right? Like just playing to have fun with each other as well as winning, right? And stuff like that really like kicks off, gets the ball rolling with how like we go forward, as a team. And yeah, I love the lock in. I really hope we can get some more LAN events this year because it is really exciting
I
playing with
mean,
people.
I think we've communicated to like Peter and stuff that we really enjoy these lands, right? But
Yeah,
yeah, I think it's a very hard thing to like kind of
it
find
is.
them and get into them.
Yeah, it's not something you can just like make a call and boom, it's done next week. But
Mm.
in like a hypothetical sense, it would be lovely if we can get more, some sort of like, like events, right? Like it doesn't even have to be like serious, but just like events that we can attend, play, have fun, go out together as a team, win as a team, lose as a team, you know, just do stuff together, right?
I mean, there's
Um,
like I don't even think it has to be like a LAN event, right? Like we had Baron bites, the shirt and
yeah,
all that. We had
true.
Baron bites.
Shout out
That
Baron
was
Bites.
really fun.
Yeah,
I think there's like a lot of things that we can organize, but we just have to kind of make sure that everyone's down for them, right?
yeah,
I
exactly.
think it's I think it's really good that we've connected this much as a team, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I mean, I'll tell you now. It's like, do you remember right when we first started? As you said earlier, like Sammy, he was like quite quiet. Andrew was fairly quiet, but now these guys, they're very energetic now, and it's nice when people come out of their like, I don't want to say shell, but like when they get more comfortable, right, and it allows them to like fully be themselves around us. I love that part of like the friendship cycle, right? Like that is
Yeah.
like, and I don't imagine me playing in a team with anyone else. To be honest, like I'm gonna be real. Like what we've got here is like something special for real.
I do, I do feel you on that. I do fully feel you on
But
that.
yeah, so do you want to talk about our NSC? Like how that went? It was
Well,
we had what? We had the no, sorry, we had the winter split and we had the spring split, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Um yeah. It was, I mean, the
it's
first split
essentially
was, it was a bit like rough, right? Because obviously we just started together as a team. Like not everyone is like as competitively, as competitively ready as others. For example, me, I quoted by Snaggle, he said, "I am carried by my mechanics alone." At that point, when I first started playing, um, so yeah, it was a big change for me from learning to play like with a team rather than just being like doing the typical solo queue selfish play style. So it took a while for me to adapt, but now I've become more of a team player for the most part. um but yeah, it's like obviously like when you're first starting out, right, you can't expect things to go like swimmingly. It takes time for everyone to mesh well, get the ball rolling, and I think that's good. I think it's good that it showed that we didn't pop off in the first NSC split because we need to see, right, like we're not like top dogs already, right? We have to build that first, and it allowed us to show what was like going wrong, what we had to work on. And for me, I feel like I've improved quite a lot personally. I feel like all of us overall as a team has improved a lot. We've had a few like role swaps here and there. Um, but yeah, for the most part, I think we've really like came a long way from this first split. Yeah,
I mean, I think the kind of transition into like tournaments wasn't too much for me because I've been playing competitive for like a year at that point in league, right?
yeah,
But
yeah. Of course.
I've always been an OTP and going like into this as an OTP, like I used to use an alt account to hide it. Going into it as like someone who only plays one champion, it's like it was certainly a change for it to get banned every game, and I kind of had to play
Yeah,
around
that's
I
true.
couldn't just sit there and say like I wanted like R5 B5 every game, right? Like I especially with my champion, I have to you have to play all and sit there and get weak sided, right? Especially with my
Yeah,
play style. So it was
I
certainly a
mean,
change.
yeah, it's good. You've come a long way as well. Like holy crap! I actually, now that I think about it, you was literally just the Casante guy, but obviously they like enemy teams. They're not gonna just let you have Casante every time. So you kind of had to like adapt like forcibly, right? Like you had to like it wasn't a choice. You had to pick other champs, learn other champs, and you've done that really well. To be honest, like your Ornn's like that's one of your like probably better champs. Um, what else? The Jax incident.
Gragas,
Like
bro.
the Gragas. There's a lot of things that you've done that have showed that you're not held back by your champ, right? Or sorry, you're not limited to your champion. You're one champ that you're like a main. You can play other top laners, and you've proven that, and that just shows, right? We have come such a long way, you know.
I mean, yeah, it's like the same could be said for you, right? Like as you quoted Snaggle earlier, like things have come a long way with your macro, right? Like you're fully tracking jungles. You
Exactly.
can hear it in scrims. You can hear you saying where the jungler is, what objectives you want to do, if you want to give up objectives, right? And
Yeah,
I think that's a massive improvement. So I think macro is like a really, really hard skill to get down as a whole. And I think
yeah,
in competitive, with the importance of the role and the stress you're under, I think you've been doing like really well, especially recently with your whole mental focus that you've been like going through recently, right?
yeah.
I think that's been
I
going
appreciate
really
it. Yeah,
well.
thank you. Yeah, it is. It has been like a long journey for me. Regarding like mental, like confidence, like motivational, like all of these things have been stuff that has like kind of like weighed me down from when we started. Like I know me, you, Sammy, Peter, like Snaggle, Finder, we've all had like talks, right, about like how like I kind of like lock myself away sometimes, right, and at the cost of like our team performance, my own performance. So allowing myself to become more confident, like play more with the team, get more like demanding, like being that like jungler that you want on your team, right? That shot calling. I still got a long way to go with shot calling. I'm gonna be real. I'm not just gonna like lie and say that I'm like a king now, but like you know what I mean. Like I'm getting better by the day. It's like it's a long journey for me, and it's kind of a joke now. But like I just say like the reform arc, right? Where like
Yeah.
where I just try to be better in every way. It's like this. I've been saying that since what like January now, maybe December,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think generally, if you look back, I've changed quite a lot since then. Like regarding like competitive play and just overall mental as well. Because we don't want to talk about my league mentality.
I mean, that was the instant that you came joining in a tournament, and then we heard your voice for 1 second, and Sammy said GG, and
It's
he
so
wasn't wrong.
crazy. It to me it's crazy that you guys can just tell just from like I say one thing and it's by the tone of my voice or the way I say it and you guys already know, okay, yeah, this game's cooked, we've lost.
I mean, it was like deeper voice than you're usually on, and you dragged it on a little bit longer than you would. You're quite fast speaking usually, right? Not like really fast speaking, but like you speak quite fast. It was like quite dragged on hello in a deep voice, and it's like you can kind of tell.
Kind of gives it away a bit. It kind of gives it away a bit.
um,
Oh,
I
well,
mean, regarding like the shot calling thing, I mean, I think it's fine to be like a bit behind on things. It's like when you're lining things like macro, I think as you go on as a jungler, it's like jungle and support are like the two main like shot caller roles within the early game because of how much more impact they can have on the map, like purely by not being able to lane, right?
yeah,
But it's like if you're going to improve your macro, it's like it's going to take a while for everything else to catch up, right? Especially in this
yeah,
tournament atmosphere where like teamwork and communication get added in as skill sets, and they're obviously like quite hard to learn. Like you have to sync up with the Oriana ults and all this with like Nocturne, right?
yeah,
So I think I mean, you learn it all picked up relatively quick, but like I think that's an added layer of difficulty, right?
yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what is crazy. It's like I think it's crazy how like like Sammy is like our main shot caller and he's ADC, the role of like the least agency, and like at least in the early game. Sorry. So the fact that He's our shot caller says volumes, bro. Like for the most part. But I tell you what, I think what we've kind of molded into now is like we'll have like you're like chill, you're quiet, you don't need to come, luckily, right? You just do the usual, right? Or like top missing or top can move, the usual, etc. Um, you'll have like I'll try to be the most communicative. Oh, I can't speak English. I'll try to be the most like talkative, like in the early game. Like as we talk about like calling enemy jungle, talking about objectives and whatnot. And then you'll have Peter as well. He'll talk like, oh, if he wants to like follow me and do something. But then you've probably noticed, right? As the game goes further, once like Andrew's come online, once like Sammy's come online, they've got their items. They're strong. They kind of take the lead, right, in the coming, and they kind of like become the short caller, right? It's like they're like dual wheel short callers, and I like that. I think it's fun to like kind of like for me personally to like take a seat back. It allows me to like not have as much pressure, and it also allows Andrew and Sammy to kind of like dictate how the game goes, right? Because more often than not, they are like our carries, right? Like they are like our win cons with like the sort of champs they play. So having them being like the short caller, I think is like really good as the game goes on.
I mean, with the champs that the whole team plays, I think it can come down to game situation, like if you're on Viego or something, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah, of course.
I mean, as the game goes on, the shot caller definitely does change. Like Peter will communicate. Peter and Sam will communicate a lot more in the early game than I think they do later, especially with some of the random hooks Peter does within the mid to late game,
The
where he just
quiet,
doesn't
the
communicate.
classic silent engage just goes in, doesn't say anything. So we're all like, wait, what? That is a Peter classic if I've ever heard it, bro.
Yeah,
What was our name for him? Coin flip Cramble?
yeah. On enemy blue buff,
Oh
when
my
we're all in
god, don't
base.
remind me. The blue buff incident. But it's what makes Peter Peter though, right? Like we love him for it, right? That is like what makes him our like support, right? Because he's just such a psycho. And that is I wouldn't change him. I like him how he is.
I mean, I think everyone on the team's got like a bit of a personality to them. Like everyone has a bit of a like gimmick that they follow by, like Peter and his blue buff, right? Sammy and his GG when he dies once.
Lane is impossible now. That is
Poor guy,
poor
man.
Sammy, bro. Playing ADC in 2025 be like, bro. That is him. What's Andrew's gimmick? Would you say our mid laner, Mr. Andrew? Random 846. Shout out Andrew.
Limit test. Limit
Limit
test
test.
into
Yep.
1v9 and to die.
Yep. Flip his lead. Classic. That is a classic Andrew. Flip his lead. Give 1k to the enemy jungler. GG. Go next. What would you say is my gimmick? I'm honestly unsure. I feel like I might know what you say. What
Grumpy
you'll
for
say though.
Starax.
Oh my god, the hysterics incident, bro. You know what? Yeah, I would have gone away with that if Finno didn't hold tab and check to see what I brought after I based, bro. I would have gotten away with it. That's what I'm gonna say. But now it's just become a joke because of that. Because I got
No,
caught out, it's become a joke.
it's because you went Baron. You cleared Baron, and then you cleared your jungle. We were all basic. So you just fucked the tempo.
I did it my hysterics, bro. I did it my hysterics.
You didn't even get it. That's the
What did I
best
get?
part.
Did I get like a pickaxe or like a ruby crystal?
You got Ruby Crystal.
That's so sad,
That
bro.
replay's lost the time, I think.
I think it is lost the time.
What is
What's
your
your
gimmick?
gimmick, bro?
No,
Was
what is
I
my
think
gimmick?
your gimmick, honestly.
Split pushing while I'm on the tank.
Yeah, yeah, true. Don't worry, guys. I'm on. Let me get this tower.
Hey man,
that is a Freddy classic.
I get solo kills into split push because I think it's the most fun.
And the
That's
Mundo
like
arc, bro.
top
That
tier.
is like Mundo is kind of like your thing as well now, right? Like currently,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously you can't play right now because you're away. But like before you went away, is like Mundo still like your thing? Are you still playing him?
Now Briar's my thing now.
Who's your thing? Sorry.
Briar.
Right. All right. Yeah. Because I remember you telling me that we're gonna bloody what's it called? Flex Briar, bro.
We're not
but
flexing it. We're picking it top.
hey! I'm just saying, if
It's
there's ever a game
flex.
where Brian Jungle is violent, I might have to just swipe it away from you, bro. I'm sorry. Like that's just how it works.
I love that champion, man. Um,
She is a cool champion.
Yeah, I think my Mundo Ups ended. I think everyone's knows the counterplay to the champ now. I wanted to just get in early and just practice it for a bit. Like we're in a tournament, right? So I wanted to get that in, practice it, make sure that it was like solid for that. I think that phase is kind of gone now. Like I'll
Yeah.
pick it when it's still viable, right? But
Would you say
I
that was
mean,
like sorry, would you say that was like what Mundo's thing was? Like the reason why he was so strong was because like no one really knew how he worked?
I
Or like
mean,
no
it
one really knew how
was.
to play against him?
It was going on for years, the whole War Mundo thing. I've been playing it for quite a few years, like back when it was back all the way back when Freak buffed Warmogs. Mundo's always been building Warmogs, right? And I've kind of just been like
Yeah.
on and off picking it since then. And because like no one knew how to fully counter pick it. Like I'd see people pick Darius into it, and Darius can't deal with health, right? But I think recently people have just learned the counterplay to it, so I think it's like a lot harder to pick now. So it's like
Yeah.
yeah.
If you think
It's,
about it, I know this might be a bit far fetched, but you feel like the surge of Mundo kind of forced like every player, like every skill level to like kind of adapt to the early game and play around Mundo's weaknesses. Like it kind of would you say that, or was that a bit just like a bit far fetched?
I think that's how every champion that's been in the meta for a while works. Because it was like it's just how meta champions go. Like Gwen's in the meta, like when Gwen's in the meta, people learn the counterplay to it, even though there's like barely any. Like
Yeah.
when Sante was in the meta for a while, right? And people don't know what his kit does, but they eventually learn that all you have to do is just try and sidestep abilities, right? People learn the counterplay to these things over repetition, over like the course of high pick rates, right?
Yeah.
It's just something you naturally learn the counterplay to. Like as time goes on, like as an OTP, I see it a lot more. People don't dodge as much as they used to when he was meta. I feel like, or I've just grown better. I don't know, but like it was, yeah, it's certainly like it changes over the course of time. Like people are gonna, if he goes out of meta and out of popularity, then people are gonna like kind of, as time goes on, that memory slowly fades away. But I guess it is early game, so it's like it kind of depends. Right?
Yeah, I get you. I think like Mundo, like the rise of Mundo, it was more like I feel like it was more hype than like actually like OP. Um,
Easily.
I think he had very clear weaknesses that like could exploit him. I think what gave people the wrong impression was just how insane Aloys was on him. It kind of gave people like this false idea that this Mundo is just like an unkillable god. Which
I
obviously,
mean,
if he does get ahead, it is like that is kind of true for to some extent. But it was, I feel like it
it's
was a bit like overhyped because of Aloys, in my opinion.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say, but I mean, it's mostly because when you upload to YouTube and you show these YouTube videos, right? You're showing highlighted games, right? It's not usually
Exactly.
the worst games. Like, although this isn't usually too bad with highlight games, but there's always gonna be highlights because it's like hype moments, right? And it gets
Exactly.
people wanting to play the champ. And when the champs is like kind of easy as Mundo, it's kind of like anyone can do it, so everyone was trying to do it. And the champs
Exactly.
like if something's easy and repeatable, people like learn to do it in a sense. Because I don't think it was ever meta because there's too much max health damage in the game, and a lot of top laners, like anyone who builds max health or has like max health, there's
Yeah.
a
I
little
don't
bit
think he was meta.
spammable, kind of like stomps on him, or like with a little bit of sustain. Because he really struggles into resist. He can't kill anyone with resist, like especially MR. Like
Yeah.
surprisingly, it's
I
yeah.
agree in the sense that he's like not really meta. I feel like he's more like flavor of the month of any more than anything. Like it's like, oh guys, look, new shiny object. Let's pick it. And like people realize, okay, wait, he actually has counterplay, and he's not as OP as I thought. I'm gonna drop him now and go back to playing my Darius, my Renekton. And like, but like like it's good though because I honestly don't want a meta where Mundo is good. The champ is not fun at all, and he looks stupid. No offense, I can't talk, but I'm still tied on opinion.
I
I shouldn't say that
mean,
about Mundo. He's a giga chat, bro. Like Mundo's a cool guy.
he's made by the fundamentos, man.
Exactly,
The well
exactly.
fundamentos.
I'll tell you
Um,
what, his skin corporate Mundo is good. It is good.
yeah,
It's
it's
like
very good. It's one of the top tier legendaries. I
yeah,
mean, With everything that's been happening now, Yunara's coming out. Would you think?
So for me personally, I said this to Sammy yesterday. I said like I'm thinking of like actually. Okay, so hear me out. I'm thinking right soon. I'm gonna go back to playing ADC again for a bit. Not to contest Sammy, but just to enjoy ADC. You know, because like a lot of the ADC champs are some of my favorite champions. I think you noticed, right? Like I was like an ADC main before jungle main, right? Like I have a lot of like very high mastery on a lot of ADCs, so I do have the experience there. So I was thinking, you know, with Yunara coming out, you know, she looks like she has a cool kit. You know, she's like a visually appealing champion. Not like looks wise, but she just looks cool, right? And she's got like nice aesthetics. I like the like vibe that she's going with, and her kit overall just like looks really fun to play as an ADC. So I'm thinking like if I play ADC for a bit, you know, have fun, like, you know, try the Yunara, see if she's all the hype, um, and you know, just see how it goes. I also was curious to see if she'd be viable as a jungler. I highly doubt it though, because I know Riot does not like letting like ranged champs jungle. Um, but yeah, I'm curious to see how she's gonna be. I am very curious. I do like her design. I like her kit and everything. She does look kind of cool. Bit
I
fan
mean,
servicey, but I think it's fun.
fan servicey.
Bit fan
With the
servicey, if you know
skin?
what I mean.
What with the skin, or like like showing the abs? Like,
I think both, honestly, like both. Like,
uh,
okay, I don't think it's fan servicey in the sense that like, oh, like guys, look, you know, like they're obviously doing it as a bait, but I do feel like they have put it there to be like, you know, like as I said, in my opinion, I do feel like it is a selling point. Like,
what
oh,
visually
like
appeal? I mean, it's just
yeah,
visually appealing, right? As
exactly. Like if the champ looks good, if it looks like really nice, like oh, like she's fit, you know, like she's like she's got like quite toned body. People enjoy that, right? That's like what people want to play as. You know, just like look at Kaiser for example. You know, like people like these kind of champions, and you know, I don't think that's bad. Like I think it's okay. Um, but I know a lot of people do have like kind of controversial takes regarding it. Personally, I don't mind. I play Lilia. That's a champ that's half human, half deer. I can't really talk about champion designs really. Um, so like that's why I don't really mind like if a champ is like a bit made to be like you know more like fan servicey. But I do think she's cool, like all things considered, to be honest.
I mean, I think it's certainly a bit of a breath of fresh air, like with a lot of the champions we've been getting recently, right? Like, I think a lot of the champions who've been getting recently are a bit unique or like visually or like complex, right?
Yeah,
I think the last one of the last really simple champs we've got, like I think Mel
it's
has her complexity. I think old Neferi was certainly it, but it was like she kind of got
old
nerfed out, so she was a bit gimmicky. But I think
old
truly it was
Nefarious.
Melia.
I think I don't know. I think Nefarious still is the most okay. Definitely not now. Sorry, since she's been changed, but not sorry. When she first came out, I'd say she really was like I honestly think she was probably one of the most simple champs we've seen in a while because that was like the goal, right? They wanted her to be a simple assassin, which I think is just a terrible idea, by the way. Like, why make a assassin of all classes simple? Makes no sense. But you know that's what they wanted to go for, and clearly it failed. Hence why they did the rework. Um, but yeah, I think it's cool, you know, that to you know bring turn it down a bit, you know, bring a simple champ every now
I
and then.
mean, I mean, yeah, it's every now and then. Like looking back, like before Neferi Melia, we had. I mean,
Zep,
Belveth's a bit is like
Belveth.
we had
She's quite
Xante, Neela, Belveth, Renata, Vex, Action, Gwen, and like what
Zeri,
like yeah, yeah. But we
Viego.
had. I mean, Viego was before Gwen, right? But it's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like some of the champs before, right? But it's like not many of those champs are simple and can be played by just anyone, which I
Yeah.
think is like a big statement. Like Zeri, um, Neela, Xante, Action. I think they're very complex champions in their own regard. They have a lot of wording, so it's like it's nice
Yeah,
that every now and then there's like a new kind of beginner champ in a sense, like a simple
yeah,
champ that people can just pick up and play.
exactly.
I think is
Like,
nice.
imagine that you have a champion that looks good design wise, and it's very easy to understand kit wise. It is just a recipe for like, success,
Yeah.
right? Like that is like what sells. I mean, obviously you do have champs like Kaiser or Ari who like whilst aren't the hardest champs in the world, definitely have like quite a decent skill floor, in my opinion. Um, I think it's understandable if you disagree or not. Um, but champs like Ari and Kaiser, for what they have in that like entry difficulty, they make up for with, like in very very high skill ceiling, right? And because of that, they become popular. Um, I mean, they look good as well, right? So that helps sales. I
Yeah.
mean, Kaiser, what? She just got that new skin now. Oh my god! Don't even remind me. How much is that skin again?
Oh, what the Uzi one?
Yeah,
Oh God knows, I haven't been playing Liga
I
too much
think
recently.
it's like what is it like 80,000 RP? No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know how much it is. It's like I think the actual money value worth, like in terms of, like just like real life currency, I think it's like £500. I think so. We're talking about
Yikes.
£500 for one skin. I mean, granted, you do get like it's like an emoji, a chroma, an icon. What? Wow.
You get the
um,
you get the tower mark, bro, when you kill a tower.
yeah, you do get. I mean, like, listen, the skin is good. Is it worth £500? No. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about you. I don't know if you've seen like the £50 version, but I prefer that version to the really expensive one. To be honest,
I
um,
mean,
it's yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's a bit
it's,
crazy.
with the immortalized collection, you get, what is it? You get your battle pass to level 100. You get a bunch of emotes, icons, get a few chromas, you get some borders, and then you get a few skins. So it's just not worth like
It's
it's like it's the same with the whole gacha system that's going on in League recently with the skins, right? The
yeah,
issue is that the for the quality that you're getting of cosmetics within the game is not worth compared to what you could get related to other things in life. Like
yeah,
you're paying like what 500 quid for these skins, but like you can get a bunch of different games for that, sure. But I think with gaming recently, there's been a bit of a like how do I say? Players kind of stick to what games they know as like they get older and they have less free time, right? Because they don't have the time to learn a new game, so
yeah,
they keep coming back to the same game. So like in that sense, it's justified, but it's a bit like predatory in a sense on the word. But if
yeah.
Riot needs the income in order to make things bigger and better for the game, which obviously succeeded with the Uzi skin, is like it's like it's a bit of a way up of a question, right? So it's certainly something.
I think um regarding the gacha system, I think for what it's worth, like, so we can talk about TFT and normal league. I think for TFT, I think it's probably one of the worst ever implications of a gacha system ever. Um, TFT skins are like visually, I mean, they look nice, obviously, but like what they do in TFT, right? They'll have the skin version of a character, and then they'll have like the base skin of the character. So let's take like Kaiser for example. She'll have her like base skin, and then she'll have like I don't know. I think it's like Lagoon Dragon is a chibi is like the skin version of her. That one will cost 10 medallions, which is about £250, I think, roughly. And then you have the base skin, which is about 2,500 realm currency, which is you can get that in a battle pass, which costs like £10, I think. So you're asking yourself, do you want to spend £10 so you can get a chibi for free, which is a base skin of an already good character that has already a good base skin, or do you want to go that extra mile and spend a lot of money for like a different variant of that same character, right? It's like I think for what it's worth, considering that she doesn't actually like upgrade your game in any way besides from looking good, I just can't see the value of it. And then like the league gacha system as well, I think is just as bad because it's the fact that there's no free way to get it, right? Which I think is fine because again, they're skins, they don't change how you play the game. But like I feel like if you at least had like some sort of like free way of getting it, it would like even if it's just like one pool, right? Which is obviously nothing in the grand scheme of things, but like just one pool, that it shows that like at least they want people to at least try and get it right. Um, but yeah, I think obviously it's a bit different to other like gacha systems like Genshin or Star Rail, where like they have the characters actually warp how the game plays, right? Like they have different play styles, so obviously it's understandable that there's three ways to get it. But I just think in League, it's just not worth it, in my opinion. I
Um,
don't like the gacha system.
I mean, with the TFT gacha, you can get pools for free. So I think that's like a thing about it is you can certainly get the chibis free, but it takes so long. But you can also like pull for free, right? So there's also that argument like side
But
to it. But at the
yeah,
same time, it's like it's just not as good as a gacha game, right? Like the
I
gacha
mean,
systems that they have.
I agree. Like you can get them for free, but you have to think of it from this perspective, right? So anyone that plays TFT, they understand how the system works. So for TFT, there's no like pity system. It's just you
Yeah, yeah,
pull
yeah.
and pull and pull until you have enough medallions to get the character, or unless you just randomly get lucky and get the character on like what like 0.6. It's really low, right? It's really low. Um, so there's no like pity system. So unless you're really lucky, you pretty much almost always have to go the whole way to get the skin. Um, and it is a lot of pools, right? Like you said, obviously you do get free pools, but I
Yeah.
think if you are exclusively free to play, you get like three pools maybe. And I think it's just I don't know, it's not worth in my opinion. It's a
I
bit of
mean,
a controversial take, but I think like I've got two of mythic chibis. Don't ask how I have those. But like when I look back at it, I think maybe I shouldn't have pulled for them. But like I don't know. I do like them. I don't regret having them, but it is like I mean I got one of them free actually because they came it was like the 5 year anniversary for TFT like 2 years ago. And I was able to get like one of the cheapies for free because I got incredibly lucky. So there is definitely like merit there, right? If you are just lucky and you can get like, you know, the medallions earlier, you can get them. But for the general user, right, you're not gonna get that lucky. It's not something you should expect, which is why I don't think it's like not that worth, in my opinion.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was able to get the what was it, the Zoe GB. I've been playing. I think I was on and off TFT. I got the. I don't know what the Zoe GB is called. The what was it? It was the Chinese New Year one, but I got
Oh
that one
yeah.
like nearly for
Myth
free. I
Maker.
did. Yeah, I did one temple and I got like four medallions or free or something, and then I just
Yeah,
bought
it's
them and got
crazy.
back.
You can like the good thing is that they don't just like completely shaft you. Like they have like very small percentage, but you can like get like five medallions in like one pool, right?
Yeah.
Which if you get that is good. But you know, like I said, like it's not likely. It's not something that you should expect to happen because of auto solo.
Nah, it's
But
it, it,
yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
with
TFT is a
the
fun game though.
with sure. I mean, like with these whole like gacha systems being introduced, this whole new like scheme rarity got introduced, right? Because they can't just put legendaries into this and fucking shoehorn them because it would change how like it would be like kind of unfriendly to people just joining the game because there were legendaries that were available and then there's ones you had to gamble on. So it's like, what's the quality difference and stuff, right? But
Yeah,
because we've had this gacha system implemented, it feels like recently legendaries have like taken quite a big hit in the like quality that they're giving to like the players, right? Like we used to get stuff like High Noon Yon is probably one of the more recent examples. That's a really nice legendary skin, right?
that's a solid skin. Really good.
But recently we've been getting things like what was it? Chosen of the Wolf and Besser, Cat in the Box Shaker, and like Dark Star Silas, and then also
Absolutely
about
worthless skins.
Academia Zaya. Like
Terrible skins. Yeah,
Cat in the Box Shaker has a few animations added that are like really goofy, right? But
it's a funny
a
skin.
lot of animations are recycled from base. Like his idle stance. No, I don't think it's his idle stance. It's his walk stance and his attack animation are both recycled from his base skin, which was made in what like
Yeah.
2010.
Don't talk about the Morgana skin that's coming out as well. The £200 Morgana skin.
It's already out, no? The patch came out
Is that
today.
actually out already?
I think so. Yeah, the patch came
I
out
haven't
today.
checked. But yeah, that's like what that's like again. That's like a skin that costs like what like £200, and a lot like so many people have been complaining because they've like did like side by side comparisons of that skin and her base skin, and it's like almost a lot of the animation was like reused. So
Yeah.
it just begs it just like asks the question. It's like, what is real value? Like, is it worth me spending £200 for this, right? Like, sure, it looks really nice. The picture looks nice. Yeah, the splash art looks nice. But in game, are you really getting your money's worth? I mean, no skin is worth £200 ever, in my opinion. But like, for what you're spending, is it worth? I don't know. I don't know. Because like Riot is just taking this like dodgy term with their skins, and it's like it's really shown, you know? I think
Yeah,
you talked about the legendaries, right? Not being the highest quality, besides a few outliers recently. But I think even like the normal skins, right? The epic skins, they've also taken a dip in quality, in my opinion. I think there's been a few good ones here and there. Like to name a specific one, I think Ink Shadow Neela, that was a nice skin. I think that's a really nice
yeah,
skin. Um, but like that's like far and few, right? Like a lot of the skins have become like a bit more like generalized in a sense, where they're just kind of like I was reading something somewhere. They said like a lot of like the hype skin lines, right, that had like whole events around them have kind of been like generalized so much to the point that they're like considered like filler skins now. Like they don't mean anything. They're just skins to sell, and they have no actual like value, right? Because do you remember
yeah.
like a lot of skins used to kind of have like that cool gimmick where like they was actually had like their stories around them and stuff. You know what I mean? But I'm not sure
Yeah.
what it's like now. At least I haven't really been keeping up to date.
I mean, I think the issue is it's like oversaturating a certain skin line with
Yeah,
champions that
exactly.
don't necessarily like fit in with it. Like, we keep getting High Noon and Dark Star every year, right? Like the most recent High Noon set was the was it was Yon, Gragas, Rail, and all that. And I mean, there was a guy who was really upset with it, right? It was hey, look, I got OTP, and he went because he was really annoyed that it was Gragas and it wasn't Gangplank, which I think is kind of understandable because I think Gangplank really fits into the skin line in this sense, right? Like the whole fiery demon aesthetic with barrels, which I think is
Yeah.
like something. So he went out and made his own like custom skin with like legendary tier animations. So
Yeah,
it's certainly
exactly.
been changing, but we've got like I mean, we had the what's it, Primordian set recently, which was I think
Well, like,
that's like them trying to start a new type of like main skin line, right? Because it had the whole big event around it and everyone loved it. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
what, like
The
the Briar
Seraphine
skin and stuff?
Vortex.
Oh yeah, like that's is
Oh
that
yeah,
not the Anima
it's
Squad skin line?
Primordian and Animusco because it came in two what's it? It was over two patches.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I thought the Anima Squad skin line was amazing. I'm not sure about the Aatrox skin. That's a legendary in it. I'm not
It's
sure how
it's
how
very
well
good.
that skin is
It's
received.
very good. I have it.
Is it? It
It's
does look like
very
a cool
good.
skin. I really like the walk animation. The walk animation
Yeah,
is
he
really
dragged
cool.
his sword across the ground.
Um, yeah, and who else? The other side, the battles, the Anima Squad skins. It was quite a while ago now. I think it was like 2 years ago now. But the Battle Bunny Misfortune, is that
It
what it's
was
called? I think that was
no, no.
one of the
This
better
one was the
legendaries.
Seraphine one.
Huh?
The recent one was the Seraphine one, and then there was
Oh
Misfortune
right,
before
yeah,
that.
that
But Misfortune also
yeah.
got the Gacha one, though.
That is the Admiral version. I think that's what it's called. Like Battle Bunny Admiral. It was something like it's like the Z version, right? You know how like Z got like the Quantum
Yeah,
Galaxy Slayer. It's similar to that.
yeah, yeah,
Gacha skin, yeah. Sad times, bro. I think it's so sad because you can never ever get that skin ever again. I
yeah.
also don't like how they have that. I don't like FOMO. I really
I
don't like
mean,
that mechanic in like like systems, I guess.
I think the causing of all of this was people just wanted more like kind of exclusive skins in the game.
I think that's
They
totally
kind
fair, to
of
be honest.
like I think the community's kind of messed up in a few ways when it comes to league design, and I think that is kind of one of them. Because what was it? It was something to do with finance, and he being the CEO of Riot, right? And then he's seeing
Oh
a lot
yeah.
of people saying that they want like time limited skins added to the game again, so that because it's like chests, you can always get your limited skins, right? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it was kind of to add more like how do I say like uniqueness to skins in a sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was the same. Like the same thing happened a few years ago with voice lines, right? Like people didn't like that there were so many voice lines. Like champs like Aurelion Soul had like 10 minutes of worth of voice lines, and now like I
Oh
think the
yeah.
expected amount is like 6 or 7 minutes or something like that.
Oh yeah. I remember people complaining about like Ash as well, right? And like I think Kled
Yeah,
got some complaints as well.
Kled
Maybe
has a
no, maybe
lot of
not Kled
voice
because Kled's
lines.
funny though. Innit? Like people like Kled. He's a funny character, so people aren't as worked up. Plus, like 2 people play him in the whole world, so it's like
I mean,
it's not that bad.
he's
But
getting reworked soon, so you'll get more players.
yeah, you're gonna be picking them up. Yeah, thank you, thank you.
I will. If he's good,
I
I
mean
will.
that gives me the excuse to play for topside now if you pick Kled.
No, because I'll play him full tank.
You're gonna play him.
It'll actually be viable
Well,
full
like
tank,
Bruiser,
I think.
the Bruiser, no, like
Yeah, but you can
Sundered.
probably play him full tank because like his
He has
W,
HP scans, doesn't he?
yeah, his W
Well,
is getting HP
he's getting HP
scaling
scans.
and
Yeah.
his passive as well. So it's gonna be like I'll try him out for a few games.
Would he be OP if they made his W toggleable?
Yeah, yes.
Damn it! Oh no no no.
Just yes. Like the champ would be too consistent in the sense that's not healthy for the game because he'd auto you 4 times and then E out, and his E's like a long range dash compared to a lot of top laners, which is kind of.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
that's
know. The
completely
champ's a
fair.
bit weird, but
He's a cool chap
um,
though.
I think he's certainly a cool champ. But I think the way right balance is kind of hard to achieve in relativeness to champion identity, right? Like
Yeah,
we've had like quite a few champions that relative to their identity they've had to be balanced in a way that doesn't exactly align with what they want to be, right? Like let's say like Cled's a good example, I think, because it's like you want his W to be toggleable, but it just wouldn't align with him as a character as a whole, right? Because
he's supposed to be like kind of like a
he's
crazy.
this madman. He wants to like
Yeah,
kill
it makes
people.
sense, right? Yeah, it does. It does make sense, like lore wise to the character,
Yeah,
which I
I
think
mean
is good.
it's
I like it when they do like design kits accordingly to a character's like personality or design, right? I like that is that's a good thing they do about characters, about kit design. Sorry, is like they do a good job of like making a kit based on run around how this character actually is, right? I do like that.
I
Like,
think I think the best, like, probably like some of the best examples would be like Renata. I think Renata's kit, like, if you thought of Renata, if you like thought of the kit, you'd think of Renata because I think it symbolizes her really well in a sense, right?
yeah,
Like she's an enchanter who feels more like a boss than she does like a typical enchanter like Melia, right? 'Cause you've got
yeah,
your Q handshake, right? You've got your W, which is like kind of in game, like related to her lore, right? With the pharmaceuticals she sells, and then it's like
yeah,
related to her ult as well, which is something to
yeah.
say the least.
I think some other good examples. I think maybe not the entire kits, but I think shout out Rexai. I think she's got like a nice like kit that resembles her as a character. Like like her tunnels, obviously, that's a big part of like Rek'Sai in lore. Like you got like her E, right, like the chomp. I think
Yeah,
like I think they do a good job at designing like characters around their actual like personalities. I think Tryndamere as well is a nice one. He's been on my mind whilst we've been talking about this. I really like his passive, not in gameplay. Like it sucks to play against, but like I do like it in the sense that like the more fury he gets, the stronger he gets, right? Which I think is very accurate to him as a character in lore, right? I think that is like really nice mechanic. I guess you can say the same for Renekton as well, right? He's like he's always angry, so because of that, like when he uses abilities, he builds up fury, which then makes his ability stronger. Like I really do like how they mesh characters and kits together.
I
It's really
think
nice.
not to glaze more in character or anything, but I think
Oh
Sante is
no.
a I think Sante is a very good example. I think out of like they've reworked his kit a few times, but I think the core identity of his kit has kind of been strengthened as time has went on because he's turned more from a squishy killer to a tank buster, right? And like
Yeah.
it feels more like you're conquering a monster with every like when you become a tank shredder, right? And then
Yeah.
alongside this, his whole lore is to do with his pride and the fact that it was his downfall until he smartened up, right? Which I think is
Yeah.
like perfectly encased by his ultimate, right? Like if you ult too early, if you let like pride kind of get the better of you, and like you just want to do damage, I think it's like a very good semblance that it's going to be your downfall, right?
I
But I
think
think Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go on. What do you want to say?
I think like on the contradictory to this, I think there's also champs like Belva that are like
Oh no, not
they
the
they
Belfast
sound
discussion.
so cool in law, but the gameplay just doesn't relate at
Oh my
all.
god, the
And
discussion for
she's
this
so
champion was crazy.
terribly designed. I don't
She's,
know.
I think she is inherently a quite a poorly designed character. Like sorry, like her kit is like not that good.
Yeah,
It's a fun kit, don't get me wrong, but it is
yeah,
like it is quite naturally unhealthy, right, towards the game, like her play style. And I think, yeah, I do agree in the sense that like one half of her kit has nothing to do with her, like lore, but the other half, I think, in exchange, is her and more, if you know what I mean. So like her ult, where she becomes enhanced, and then she gets enhanced abilities, regardless of if like the actual abilities themselves aren't that relevant. I think the idea of her like getting an ultimate and becoming enhanced, I think how she gets her ultimate, you know, killing objectives, killing enemies, I think that synergizes really well with her lore, with how she like consumes people to get like information to evolve. I think that's really cool. And also, I really like how when she kills Baron or like Herald, she gets like the little void grubs. I think that is also very accurate. But I think her overall gameplay, I do agree, is not really that relevant to her because it is just like hitting you really hard, really fast with her. What are her things called? Like her, like the stingray things. I
yeah.
think I do agree. Like she does like her the main gist of her gameplay, just whacking you to death really hard, isn't really that doesn't really think of Belveth, but like she does have like things in her kit that do also scream Belveth, right? So I think it's like two halves of a coin. I think. Um, who else is like kind of bad? Oh no, sorry, I wanted to say something really about Cassandra. My bad. I really wanted to say something. So you know how you said like Cassandra, like you know when he uses ult, right? It's like him kind of like you know showing that you know now he's going all out.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I really love. I don't know what it is. I think it's Cassandra specific. Maybe there's a few other characters that I like as well, but they're not coming to my head right now. But Cassandra, I love his alt voice lines so much. Like you know, sometimes when we VC, I just randomly say his voice lines. Like I really do like his alt voice lines. I feel like it's so raw. Like the voice actor did such a solid job of being Cassandra, and I do enjoy like his voice lines a lot.
I mean,
And
like
yeah,
the key. I think the key part of that is that all your voice lines for every ability completely change when you just go all out, right? But I
yeah,
think complementing that is just also really nice SFX. Like the sound effects that you get when you're kind of, especially in base skin and all out, if you ult into like the river or something, it will make a splashdown and stuff, right? So
that
everything
is pretty cool.
changes.
That
So
is
it's
pretty cool.
like you can they put a lot of like thought into a lot of different champions, right?
Yeah,
Like Sion and his like tower hitting animation, right? Like Sion's animations are like quite clean for what he wanna does, right? So it's like
yeah.
Riot obviously has these thoughts about these champions, what they want to do, and gives them like these animations. So it's like you have Dr. Mundo headbutting towers, you got Sion like slamming his body, right?
Yeah,
So it's like, and then there's also what was it, Aatrox? Aatrox has a different sound effect for every different like type of material that he autos. If you auto something like metallic, like Malphite, compared to like a Pantheon, it makes a different sound on his autos.
that's pretty cool actually. That's pretty cool. So they do care, right? They when it like they actually right are good with their characters, right? They don't they're not bad. It's just like the financial side of Riot is like where it gets really dodgy. Like
Yeah.
I think that is like the core problem with like League. I'm not too sure about the rest of Riot games, like with like Valorant and stuff. Maybe like I don't know. Like I know the weapon skins have been like expensive since day one, but it's been since day one, right? So like we live and learn from it. Um, but I think League. I'm not an OG player for League. I only started like 2022. It's like 3 years now. So I didn't really get to see League when it was like at its like most like younger form, I guess you could say. I joined like really late into the cycle, obviously, and so I haven't really seen what it used to be like. Because I hear that you got a lot more rewards back then, and stuff was overall more cheaper. But nowadays, obviously, you've seen right, like everything is just a lot more expensive. Everything is more like gacha favored. with how they've reworked a lot of stuff in the like mythic system, for example. Um, but honestly, I don't really mind, to be honest. I've got all the skins for the characters I need. I'm not complaining really. It's just it does just suck to look at though. Like when you think about
Yeah,
how much better it used to be for the average. I think it's important to consider as well for the average consumer. It's gotten worse, I guess, is what you should say really.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I think overall it's a bit iffy. But yeah,
yeah.
Freddie. So um, have you got anything regarding like London Legion in general? Sorry
In
for moving on so
general,
quickly.
no, it's fine. I don't think I have like too much to say in general, right? I think overall it's just like been a really nice experience as a whole.
Yeah,
But I don't know, not thinking as like our team like together, us as friends, us as a group. Thinking of London Legion as a whole, there's not too much to say. I think there's certainly like a lot of opportunities provided and such, and there's
yeah,
certainly outlets for you to go to if you need support, right? Like there's always someone to talk to. There's always like other teams you can communicate with.
yeah,
But other than that, I think it's like you're kind of within an independent bubble a lot of the time within your
yeah.
teams.
I mean, we've had
I
this
think.
discussion before, haven't we? Like
Yeah,
regarding like how we do feel like it's a little bit isolated from the rest of Legion. Like it's not that we think it's a bad thing. Like we don't mind being in our little bubble, but we do appreciate like kind of like acknowledgement that like everyone from each different sectors all we're all Legion together, right, at the same time.
yeah,
Um, I'll tell you what, I do appreciate the uppers. Like we've had decent like when we've needed it, we've had like fast, decent response, right? Obviously Finno was our coach, right? But he still was like an upper, right? So I guess we can count him as being like really supportive. Um, there's been some others as well that were quite helpful when we needed it. But I think overall, I have pretty much just the same thoughts as you. Whereas like it's been good for us, but like it's kind of like we're kind of like our own thing in it. Like it doesn't really feel like we're involved in Legion as a whole. I think it's kind of fun. Like it's cool. Like when we get like our pictures posted of the team and stuff, like on like Twitter and stuff or X, sorry, and like Instagram. I think that
yeah,
kind of brings a little bit of like unity in the sense that everyone's looking like oh damn, these like the league players or these are the Valorant players, etc. Um, but like besides from that and like the events, of course, like looking, it's a bit like it's just us really, innit?
yeah.
But yeah, I was going to say quickly as well. How do you feel about lock-in? Like, what was your thoughts on that?
Well, like the lock-in event as a whole.
Yeah, because we didn't really talk
Well,
about much. We kind of just like glossed over it a bit. Yeah,
I mean, I think I really enjoyed being there like together as a team. But it was like I don't know, it's a bit weird, but I felt like when you went to lock in, because it was like a lot of College of Esports people running it, there was certainly a sense of community that no matter what happened, there was like always someone to like kind of go to and talk to no matter what went
yeah,
wrong or something happened, right? Like after I forgot, I think it was like the first series we did, right, which we won. It was like
yeah.
I was talking to what's his name? Got his name. But it was just about GP. I felt like I didn't do anything in the GP game, right? Like I was just on side lanes farming. I occasionally ulted the map every now and then. I got a few solo kills, but it's not like I did anything that game. But it
Yeah,
was like I kind of stood my ground. But having someone come up to you and like say like I think you did this well. Like I think that's like especially when you're face to face in person, I think it has a lot more impact. And it kind of
exactly.
makes you feel like especially when what's it? They started chanting for us, right? It makes you feel a lot
Yeah.
more in the moment, right? Like
When we kill like Baron and then you can hear
yeah,
them cheering. Oh my god, it's chills every time.
it's
I get.
you feel a lot more in the moment in those like LAN events and in lock-in, and I think it
Yeah,
really like brought everyone together as a team, right? Like as you said earlier, like after scrims we started hanging out a lot more, right? Because I
yeah,
feel like it certainly brought us a lot more together, right? Because I feel like that's the power of like playing face to face in these higher, not really high stakes, but like high intensity tournaments, right? With people watching you. I think that's like a lot of the fun of
yeah.
it, right? So
I
that's
mean,
uh
yeah,
that's what I
because
thought.
I heavily agree because I think it's not really what you're doing, but it's the fact that we like all of us in like this intense situation, right? Where like we got adrenaline pumping, right? And the fact that we're all experiencing it at the same time together, it really does help bring you together afterwards because of it, regardless of the outcome. The fact that you've all gone through the same, it's like a psychological thing, right? It helps you out. It just like knowing that like I was feeling intense, you was feeling intense, Sammy, Andrew, everyone was feeling intense, right? It helps you like we can relate to it, right? And because we can
Yeah.
relate to it, we find that interest, like, oh my god, like how intense was like that game, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what else as well is really cool as well. I think it like I mean for you, you've always been like the Casante guy, right? But I gotta thank Michael for this. Breck Thomas, shout out Breck Thomas. But he helped like kind of like put my Rek'Sai on the map, bro. Like low key. After locking, I kind of became like the Rek'Sai guy, innit? Like
Yeah,
like
definitely.
so like sometimes you'd hear like so when I'm watching like Michael stream, sometimes like when we're screaming or in the tournament, he'll be like, oh, I want to see like Tyrese's Rek'Sai. I'm like, or like if it gets locked in, he's like, there it is, that's the Rek'Sai, that's what we do. Like, shout out Rek'Sai, shout out Brett Thomas.
I mean,
But
Michael's always been cheering us on. He's always been like good to us, right? Like,
yeah, we love
I,
Michael.
I love
I'm
it when
very
he streams our games. I always watch it back because
I'm
I
very
just want to
grateful
make,
for Michael. Yeah,
yeah,
he's a
I just
guy.
want to make
He's a
sure
guy.
I'm always grateful for him.
Yeah. Oh man, the lock-in was a blast. It really was. And even side quests. Side quests was really nice. Do you remember? It was I think it was Andrew's birthday.
Yeah, it
Do you remember we
was.
went to the spoons afterwards? That was really
Yeah.
nice because Peter, but shout out Peter as well. Right? He had like the sweets and he just shared them all with us. Like he just had sweets on him and he's like, yeah, guys, it's Andrew's birthday by the way. Have some sweets. Like enjoy yourself. Like it's like stuff like that, right? It's like it's one thing hanging out with each other, right? But it's like it's when you like do stuff for each other, it amps it up even more as well, right?
Yeah.
Like I think it like when Peter did that, it was like a really good display of his character, which we've like now like grown to see more, right? Like Peter's been like really, really helpful for me personally. Like how like we talk about like mental stuff. Like I've spoken to Peter a lot about stuff like that, and he has been like really helpful. And I do like appreciate Peter a lot. I'm glad we have him. It's like stuff like that. It really just shows like the team does care about each other, and we do want to have fun with each other in it. And
Yeah.
yo, Legion team, bro. We're the coolest ones there, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
The coolest ones. That's one
Yeah,
way
bro.
for
But
it.
I don't know, bro. Like I think we've just I think like looking back at it, we've just come such a long way, man.
Yeah,
Like
it's certainly been a ride. It's been a journey. Like we've
I
all
mean,
been in
hey,
it
bro,
together.
we're only one third of the way there, bro. We still got 2 more years, man. We got a
True.
long journey ahead, bro. The journey's just beginning, man. But yeah, you got anything else, bro, that you want us to talk about?
I don't think I have anything else really I want to talk about. I could go about something for days, but it wouldn't really be anything special, would
Bro, if we,
it?
bro, if you was given the opportunity to talk about Cassandra, we'd be here for like the next week, bro.
Oh, well, I have that much. I have more to talk about. What can I say?
Hey, that's
No,
not a
but
bad thing, bro. That's a good thing, man. It shows you care a lot about your character. I respect it.
always,
I can't say the same for my
can always
character,
relate.
sadly.
Can always relate.
What can I say about
Nah.
Lilia? Oh, she has a cool ult. That's it. At the end.
Sleepy time.
We love Lilia, bro. Maybe I should
I,
play her more, bro. She's not really that good right now, I think. I think she's like struggling a little bit with like the
I
the, the
think,
bruiser meta.
yeah. I mean,
But yeah,
I don't.
like
Other than that, I don't think I have anything to say.
yeah, I mean, well, we can wrap up. Like, you got anything looking forward to coming second year? Any
No,
expectations? Any like objectives? No, you're just
no.
winging it the whole way through.
Always. I just want to play League of Legends
Always.
and enjoy myself. That's the main goal with me, man. What about you?
I get what you mean. I listen. I'm expecting to just like how it is. Keep make sure that getting the work done. Um, I tell you what. One thing I try to finish my work like at least one day before the summit's due. That's one thing I'm gonna try and fix. um, but just always just always got to have a good time, right? Like treasure
Yeah.
treasure every moment you get, right, with the team in class, right? Like just make sure that you're always like appreciating everything you got, right? But yeah, overall, oh my god, the dogs. Apologize for that. Um, yeah, I'm excited for what the second year can come to, and I'm ready, man. I'm ready. But
Face it head
yeah,
on.
I think that's it for us, right? I think
Yeah, that's all I have to
um
say.
yeah, it's been awesome talking to you, Freddie. I do like these like we do have these kind of like talks a lot, like just between the two of us, not on camera,
Yeah.
obviously. But it's nice to finally get to like show what we're talking about, right? And
Yeah.
get our thoughts out there. I think it's nice, and I'm thankful for the other Freddie that has been helping us as well sort this out. Um, yeah, thank you very much for talking, Freddie. It's been nice,
It's been
and
nice talking to
thank you
you as
everyone
well,
for
mate.
listening. I hope everyone has a good day. Uh, shout out Brett Tammer, shout out Peter, shout out Sammy, shout out Andrew, shout out Finlow,
Shout out the whole
shout out
team, bro.
Rek'Sai,
Shout out
shout out
everyone,
Rex.
bro.
Yo,
I'm
shout out
crying,
everyone for
man.
just being amazing, bro. Like, come on, bro. I love everyone, bro. Come on. But
You
yeah,
can't not love it, man.
for real. But yeah, I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out. Bye
Bye.
bye.